on?
This is my brother Sam.
Hey.
Kind enough to join me, and we are going to talk about horror movies.
Yep.
Or thrillers, wherever the line is. It's very murky. But he's a huge horror fan.
Right.
As you guys know, I'm not, but I've been trying this year to dip my toe into it a little bit.
Uh-huh.
A little bit. I saw The Gift. I saw Babadook. I saw The Visit.
I mean, those are pretty scary.
Yeah. Right? So, so Pinocchio is no longer the scariest movie I've ever seen. No, just kidding.
I mean,
So what we're going to do for you today is we're each going to give our 5 favorite scary movies.
right.
So they might be thrillers, they might be horror, whatever. These are just scary movies.
Mm-hmm.
And so it should be pretty fun, and I think we're going to have pretty different lists.
Yeah, probably completely different.
Yeah. And he's seen way more than I have of them, so that's going to be interesting. But I'm going to start first with my 5th in my spot, and I have the Alfred Hitchcock film Strangers on a Train.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
And it's just so scary because it's just like these two people that it's like the wrong people meeting at the wrong time, and it's just, to me, I guess sometimes the creepiest, scariest movies are the ones that feel like, wow, that could actually happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. To me, it's just so, it builds up tone bit by bit, and the performances are really good, and the music is really good, and I just think it's really scary.
That was a classic.
Yeah. So that's my 5. What's your...
So, originally I had Scream on here as my 5th pick, but I decided to change it to Stephen King's It. That movie...
Is that actually a movie, or is it a
Well, it was
miniseries?
originally a book, and then I think it's a 2-part movie or something.
Oh, okay.
But it's the one about the creepy clown.
Yeah.
I
I'm
watched
surprised
that.
you even watched it, because you don't like clowns.
Well, that's why I don't like clowns.
Yeah.
I watched that when I was like 10 years old at a friend's house. So that has to be on my list somewhere because of the lasting horror impact that had on my life.
Yeah.
But that's definitely...
I've just seen the images, and it looks really scary.
Yeah. Tim Curry's really creepy in that movie.
Last year I went to the circus, just because I'd never been, and I always wanted to go.
Yep.
And it was impossible to find anybody to go with me because everybody's
I
scared of
won't go.
clowns. My friend Lisa finally went. But it looks really, really, really creepy.
Yeah, if you need a reason to hate clowns even more, go watch it.
Okay, well, my number 4 is probably one of the most iconic movies. It certainly has one of the most iconic scores ever made. It is Jaws. Steven Spielberg's Jaws.
Yeah, that's a good
And
pick.
I'm somebody who loves the water so much,
Mm-hmm.
and I love swimming so much that I think maybe it is especially chilling for me, because it's something I love so much. And I think that they do a really good job in that film of not showing the shark very much.
That's true.
Because it didn't look that good, but that makes it even scarier. The blood, and you see but you don't actually see the silly looking shark. And that's, a problem. I haven't seen any of the sequels, but I've heard that they're terrible. And I've heard that's one of the things they do is they really show the shark.
Well, I think that can be a
lot.
problem with horror movies in general, is showing the monster,
Yeah.
which makes it not as scary.
And the music, I think, plays a real significant role in building the tension and making it so scary.
Yeah, I mean, it's
really
classic,
leading to the edge. And the performances, I think, are really good. And Spielberg directed it very well.
So my number 4 pick is The Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn. It's kind of a comedy horror. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's super gory, but it's actually somehow funny.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really explain it. There's a part where his hand goes crazy, he has to chop it off, original Pirates of the Caribbean kind of moment. It's just, if you're looking for something that doesn't take itself too seriously and you don't mind the gore, it's a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I've heard actually my friend Matthew Aronholt on his channel, he talked about it. He liked it. So
yeah, it's
I
one
heard
of my
that's
favorites for sure.
Okay, so my number 3 on my list, might surprise you a little bit maybe, is The Shining. Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. I saw this when I was in high school, and probably is the reason why I was a little more brave then.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, and it's a psychological thriller, and again, that's what makes it scary to me, is that it feels like something that could actually happen. I could picture somebody being cooped up in a house. I mean, you've seen how I get when I'm cooped up. And I can just picture that even more when it's cold and you're trying to write and you're trying to, you know,
it's all realistic besides the blood coming out of the elevator.
Yeah. But that's all sort of his mania.
I guess, yeah. Well,
you know, and it's Stanley Kubrick, like, brings an artistry to it. It's something that, you know, you're kind of looking for symbols, you're looking for, like, it's not just, there's, like, a little depth to it
for sure.
that you don't get with the typical horror movie, you know, something that's just sort of there to entertain, which has value. But this, I think, is something you can watch again and again and get something different out of it each time you watch it.
Well, number 3 on my list is also The Shining.
No way!
So
I'm so surprised.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, great music.
Yeah.
I think, what's some things you like about it?
I just love the tone, really. I love... I'm going to forget his name now, but then...
Jack Nicholson?
Yeah, Jack Nicholson, just super creepy. Great performance. Kind of carries into, like, his Joker performance in Batman a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I know, it's just iconic, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It really has to be up there.
Yeah, and it's scary, man. I mean, him with that axe and everything. Yeah.
That's good.
And a lot of people don't like Shelley Duvall in it. I don't mind her. I think she's fine in it.
She's fine.
I think she's fine. And the kids, super creepy.
There's a lot of things I just don't understand about that movie, too. Lots of weird imagery that never really connected.
But I feel like every time I watch it, I sort of pick up on different things.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it.
It is cool.
I like about it. It's my favorite. Well, I don't know. It's right up there with Doctor Strangelove. It's my favorite Stanley Kubrick movie. Mm-hmm. They're both totally different. So, okay, cool. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
My second on my list is Rear Window.
Okay.
Alfred Hitchcock. It's another one that just builds tone, and it's another one that feels like something that could actually happen. You know, someone sitting watching their neighbors, and they start to, is he crazy? Is he just imagining things?
Yeah.
Is it really, is it really happening? And then, I think that it's just a great performance by Jimmy Stewart. In basically one of those one-man, even though Grace Kelly's in it, it's basically a one-man show.
Yeah.
And you can just imagine that if you were staring at your neighbors for long enough, you'd start to kind of wonder about things. And so that's what makes it really work, is you just don't know kind of where it's going. And it's really coarse, really beautifully shot by Hitchcock.
So number 2 on my list is Alien, Ridley Scott.
Oh, good one.
It has to be up there for me. It's just no other movie really builds tension like it does, with the cramped corridors and the heartbeat motion sensor, the beep beep, getting closer.
That's a great pick. I didn't even think of that, but yeah.
It's just,
that'd be up there for me as well.
I especially love sci-fi, horror, and that's one of the top sci-fi horror movies, really.
Well, her and what's her name? Her and Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
In Terminator, I can't think of the actress's name, but both of those were such like amazing, strong women.
It's Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver, Ripley in Alien, and I just can't think of the actor's name in Terminator for some reason. But the two of them, I just think were such like strong, tough, fierce, without being a cliche, that's a great pick.
Yeah, I think I like Aliens more, but it's more of an action movie as opposed to a horror movie, so.
Yeah, that's true.
On the list.
Yeah, I remember watching that with Megan on a snow day one day.
Oh, really?
We're like so freaked out. Yeah, it's a good one. Okay, my number 1, it's one of the only movies that truly made me, actually yell and out, is Wait Until Dark.
Okay.
With Audrey Hepburn. Yeah. She plays a blind woman who, unbeknownst to her, gets a valuable item that's in her possession that she doesn't know about, and these people try to come and take it from her, and so she's blind, and so anyway, it just builds tension so much, and just when you think that it's over, it's not.
Right.
And I think that people complain about the jump scares in horror movies, but this is the one that I think did it right.
Yeah, the whole thing's just a super creepy concept.
Mm-hmm.
Just, imagining people being all around you, but, you can't see them.
Yeah.
It's just scary.
Well, she gives a really good performance, and, I think it's just one of those things that, you're expected to, people aren't supposed to be mean to blind people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
That's
like
true.
there's this person like being mean and attacking a blind person, you know, it's just like, oh my gosh. And so yeah, I just think it's the only movie that I have been, because I saw it with a bunch of my friends in college, and I had no idea what it was, except for it was Audrey Hepburn, who I love. And we, you know, we just sat in there, and there's just a spot where we literally all shrieked out loud. And that's the only movie I can think of that I actually have done that. And so
really?
That to me makes it number one.
Awesome.
Is that I actually...
I mean, I actually yelled in The Visit this year in the theater. But my number one is John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh, I've heard that's really good. Which one? He did two, right?
It's not the first one. The first one's called something. It's like the second one in the 80s.
Okay.
I think. But yeah, I think that's my favorite horror movie because it kind of inspired that idea of like a shape-shifting monster that will eat you and take your form, which is, you know, you see that a lot in like cartoons and things, but it's actually like a super creepy concept, and the movie's really kind of gory and like just, it's actually very creative as well, like the shapes the monster takes and just the ideas, but it's super tense, lots of, you know, not only jump scares but really disturbing images, I guess. Even though, you know, I'm not that old, I wasn't old enough to see it when it came out, you know, even being an older movie, it's still scary, which is impressive, I guess.
Do you have any... Yeah, I've heard that's really, really good. I definitely want to see it. And do you have any honorable mentions that you wanted to mention? That
I guess Scream would be one of them. It's kind of, you know, I wouldn't say it's extremely scary, but it's just, it kind of touches on a lot of weird things about horror movies. It's kind of a parody of horror movies in itself.
Yeah, I've heard that that's really
franchise
good.
Franchise is really cool to me.
Yeah. I would say The Ring, I think, was really...
Oh, I hate that
You didn't
movie.
like it? You didn't like it?
Not at all.
Again, another one I saw in college when I was a little more brave. And, I mean, back then, like, that was a movie that literally, like, some of us were scared to, like, put in VHSs
Really?
for, like, it freaked us out. I haven't seen it in a long time, but that was definitely
I watched it this Halloween
really
and
scary
it was so dumb. Like, I was watching it with a girl who hates scary movies.
She didn't like it either?
And she didn't think it was scary.
Oh, interesting.
We just sat through it like, oh, okay.
I also thought, I did think The Gift was really scary this year. I know you didn't like it as much as I did, but I just, again, it was one of those ones that felt like this could actually happen.
For sure, yeah.
So that was what was creepy to me. And I thought that, I thought The Babadook was really good, really well made. And
That was a good movie.
Yeah. You've got a lot of great Hitchcocks that I didn't mention. A lot of people would have Psycho on here. It's a little too violent for my taste, but it's certainly very well made. Yeah. You know, Birds, I think, is sort of hokey and fun, but it's...
I mean, at the time, I think it was scary.
Yeah. I mean, it'll make me... Because I'm not an animal person, so, like, it definitely gets it for me. And there's a lot of others that he did that are amazing, but to me, they fall into more sort of... thriller, then they don't really scare me, but they're just really tense.
Yeah.
Like Vertigo, it's not a movie that scares me. It's my favorite Hitchcock, but it's not a movie that really scares me.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the other one I thought of is The Sixth Sense. I'm not a Shyamalan fan, you guys know that, but I gotta give him credit that that's a solid,
that movie's actually
chilling
scary
movie that also deals with like themes of loss and grief, and just has a little bit more into it than the typical Shyamalan movie, that's for sure. And, you know, and the twist actually works.
Yeah.
I think very well in that film. Right. So that's about all the scary movies that I've seen in my life.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of bad scary movies.
Yeah, what's the worst one?
Ooh, I mean, I've seen movies like Slugs, about a bunch of man-eating really slugs. Bad. I mean, pretty much anything on Netflix in the horror section is going to be rough.
Yeah. I don't think of bad. I don't think I've really seen. I just stay away from the bad.
Well, sometimes they can be so bad they're good, you know?
Yeah.
Lots of horror movies fill that genre, where you can kind of laugh at it. So.
Watcher in the Woods is really silly Disney scary horror movie kind of. Maybe that would be or that Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy. That was really terrible. but I don't think that really counts.
Yeah, no.
So, the others. I reviewed that on my channel. I love that movie. I thought it was super, like, an interesting study about belief and faith and God, and I think it's beautifully shot. It looks great.
Wait,
so that'd be on there too.
Which one is that? Nicole Kidman?
Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one I love as well.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's our list.
Yeah.
So put in the comment section if you've seen any of these, and check out my blog if you want longer reviews of some of these films. And thanks so much for joining me on this.
Yeah, no
really
problem.
appreciate it. And put down your 5 favorite in the comments section. Thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.